When you create your company, when you incorporate a company on Companies House, you have to pick an SIC code, Standard Industry Classifier Code. So you might be thinking, what is it? Is it important? And how do I pick one? How much time should I spend on this? So in this quick video, I thought I'd go through these. So Standard Industry Classification Codes came about in about the 1930s to help the government and statisticians essentially to see which sectors companies were in for various government planning purposes. The small problem is that back in the 1930s, when most of these codes came about, the world was very different to now. And although they've been updated a couple of times, and the next big update apparently is planned for 2025, if it goes according to plan, the reality is most of the codes are for a bygone era. There are far more codes for knitting machines and weaving machines than for the entire internet. Now, when you go and create the company, then the question is, what if you get it wrong? How much time you should spend in it? And the answer is, we've looked at the codes, we've run the numbers on all companies on SeedLegals. Even though there are 700 SIC codes, more than half of all companies are choosing just 10 or 15 codes. So, in fact, 50% of all companies are in the top category of information technology. So my point is actually these SIC codes are pretty useless. I mean, if you're nuclear power or you're fishing or something, you can see some number of companies by that. But the reality is, at least among startups, the SIC codes are just a few, which means when you starting your company, don't fret. Just pick one of the information technology ones. If you're an infotech company, it doesn't do anything useful other than giving the Office of National Statistics some information, but it's not going to affect what you can do. A few things to note is if, by the way, you close your company and you create a new company and you've raised SEIS in the old company, one of the things that HMRC might look at is your new company in the same sector as your old company, in which case they might investigate that the new company is a continuation of trade, as it's called, for the old company. So if your old company made pizzas and your new company is all about drones, there is no problem. But if your old company did pizzas and was called Pizza Papa, and the new company is making pizzas and called Pizza Mama, and you've written off SEIS in the old company, HMRC, you can bet and you should assume will notice when you do your SEIS advance assurance or compliance for Pizza Mama that Pizza Papa was pretty similar, and they're going to inquire as to whether you close the last company to make a new company in order to do SEIS all over again. So be aware that if your old and new companies have got the same or very similar SIC code and the websites make it look like they're pretty much the same thing, you may well get HMRC inquiry. Nothing wrong with that. If the companies genuinely are different, that is okay. Anyway, the short answer is to all of this, don't spend time on your SIC code. If you are one of ye standard startups doing something around the internet, really you're just going to pick one of the information technology ones and you're done, and spend your time on other things. Hope that helps.